This is KGW News at noon.
And we start this noon with the Portland Thorns up for sale. Thanks for joining us. I'm Brenda Braxton. This morning, Merritt Paulson made the announcement just 2 months after he stepped down as CEO. Critics have urged Paulson to sell the team ever since a report came out in October detailing systemic abuse throughout the National Women's Soccer League. Former Thorns coach Paul Riley was one of those people named in the report. Players accused him of harassment and sexual coercion. The report also accused team management of hindering the investigation. In a statement today, Paulson acknowledged the last year has been challenging, writing, quote, "I regret the role our organization played in the failures identified by the investigations." He went on to say the Portland Thorns have a bright future ahead and a lot left to accomplish. Now, as for the Timbers, Paulson says he does not plan to sell that team, but he said he'll work with the Thorns' new owner to ensure a smooth transition. He also said he's willing to work out a deal so the Thorns can continue playing their matches at Providence Park. Stay with KGW. We will have a reaction to all of this coming up tonight in our evening newscasts. Other news now, a 4-mile stretch of Highway 30 remains closed this afternoon due to that landslide. This is right between Astoria and Clatskanie. ODOT says this stretch will stay closed at least through today and maybe longer. As you can see there, a semi got stuck in the middle of that slide. ODOT estimates at least 10 truckloads of rock and mud slid across both lanes of the highway overnight Tuesday. Crews are working to clear the debris. In the meantime, ODOT says drivers should detour onto highways 26, 47, or 202. And that is not the only weather-related travel issue. Chris, what happened in the Coast Range?
You know, Oregon Highway 6, that's the Wilson River Highway, which gets up over 1,400 feet. That was closed for about 90 minutes this morning because of the wintry conditions. I can show you that the road is back open and we're in better shape now. This is the latest snapshot from Trip Check here at the noon hour. You can see we're, well, bare pavement, wet pavement, with the temperature up to 34. Let's check out one of the other passes, Highway 26, as we go out into a little deeper into the Coast Range. Okay, I'm gonna slide off camera here and see if I can get my graphic to advance. There's a look at the Sunset Rest area, and despite the fact that temperatures are above freezing, you can see they've got plows on the road, and there still is some substantial snow coverage out there. So anyone traveling to and from the coast has to deal with that as we go into the afternoon and evening hours. Live look right now on Cannon Beach. We had some snow there earlier today. It's hard to tell how cold it is, but maybe from this vantage point you can. This is a live look from Astoria. You can see a little white on some of the building tops there, so still a little bit of snow coverage from the dusting that we had earlier today. Live look at radar showing a smattering of green and white on the map, indicating a few widely scattered rain and snow showers. Right now we are cloudy over downtown Portland. It's 41 degrees at PDX. And the plan for the rest of the day keeps temperatures kind of hovering right around 40 or so, and then getting cooler with mixed rain and snow showers continuing. Brenda, I think the precipitation dries up late this afternoon, but it gets colder tonight. And I think a lot of us probably will be down close to freezing tomorrow morning. We'll walk you through that and look ahead to the weekend coming up in just a few minutes.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you, Chris. Crime statistics in Portland show thieves are getting more brazen, and local businesses have the video to prove it. Earlier this week, security footage showed 2 people backing a van into a gas station in the Irvington neighborhood to steal an entire ATM. After getting away with that crime, the suspects stopped in another parking lot on East Burnside, where they tried to break into another ATM, somehow causing a fire. And then on Black Friday, police say somebody used a car to break the front door at the REI store in the Pearl. They stole some clothing and then left.
As Portland encourages small business, they want to see small businesses thrive, but at the same time, the spike in crime is heavily impacting small businesses everywhere.
Police say they still need help identifying the suspects in the ATM theft at the gas station. In the meantime, if you want to look at the crime statistics in any area of the city, we do have a link in our story at kgw.com. Southeast Portland neighbors tell us there is a homeless camp off Powell Boulevard that has gotten so dangerous they're ready to move. As Blair Best reports, the city has been aware of this camp for months, but nothing's been done.
The streets off Southeast Powell Boulevard, home to many longtime Portlanders and families. But over the past few years, they've turned into a magnet for homeless camps, like this one on Southeast 49th in Hague.
It's just really sad, having been here a long time and just seeing the progression, the downhill kind of escalation of our city.
The only thing separating Anthony Fox's home from the camp is a U-Haul parking lot.
Folks kind of come and go, but this particular camp started to really grow maybe a month or two ago.
Now a fixture in the neighborhood, threatening his family's safety.
I live here with my daughter, and she is scared to just even walk down the street.
Neighbors tell us that when they've tried talking with those living at this camp, they've had guns pulled on them. Earlier today, when we were shooting video for this story, a woman came up and threatened us. Knowing the potential dangers here, we've decided against trying to talk with anyone at this camp. Neighbors believe someone from the camp was to blame for the large Thanksgiving fire at U-Haul caused by someone siphoning gas, a crime those at this camp are known for.
It was a huge, massive fire, and it was terrifying. Had the fire people not come sooner, our house would totally have gone on fire.
Our streets are not safe. Our livability in Portland is really suffering.
Angela Todd lives nearby and runs PDX Real, a social media account focused on livability issues in Portland, specifically when it comes to homelessness and crime.
Today.
In her recent testimony at City Hall, the mayor promised her he would look into this camp.
Angela, thank you for being here today, and I've made a notation 50th and Powell, and I will find out what the status of 50th and Powell is.
It's been 2 weeks since that meeting, and the camp is still here. The city's Street Services Coordination Center tells KGW it will be scheduled for removal soon.
How do they not care about what's going on with these citizens? It is not, there are no words anymore, there is just action.
And it's a lack of action, leaving many with only one option.
We're considering moving this summer. In fact, yeah.
The trauma here is real, and what is here is not homelessness. What is here is organized crime, and it's being allowed underneath the umbrella of homelessness and compassion.
From November 14th to the 20th, the city has received nearly 3,000 new campsite reports. 906 of them regarded campsites along Southeast Powell Boulevard, including 294 of people living in vehicles like the ones on this street. In Southeast Portland, Blair Best, KGW News.
Well, the onslaught has started. Unfortunately, it's just in time for our holiday gatherings. Health officials are calling it a tripledemic, and they want you to protect yourself from COVID, the flu, and RSV. Altogether, those three respiratory viruses have hospitals full of patients. Hardest hit, the two children's hospitals here in Portland and emergency rooms throughout the region.
We're in the flu season now, and then you add that to COVID-19 and RSV, and it's kind of like a perfect storm.
Clark County's public health director says protect yourself by getting vaccinated. And if your medical condition is not an emergency, avoid the ER and check with your primary care provider first. In the meantime, Washington is shutting down its COVID response website. State officials say there's been a huge decrease in web traffic. Starting today, people will be redirected to a new page on the main Washington Department of Health website.